There's a revolution happening inside our homes. It's happening in our basements, our closets, right under our noses. And it's a battle that's going to define how we stay warm for the next generation.
For basically a century, we've all known that sound. The little click, and then that big whoosh of the gas furnace firing up. That was the undisputed sound of being warm, of being home. It was the champ.
But that whole era, it's coming to an end. A perfect storm of new tech, new economics, and new rules is about to make that furnace a thing of the past. And honestly, it's happening a lot faster than you might think.
So to really get why this is such a big deal, we gotta appreciate just how much the gas furnace dominated. I mean, it wasn't just another appliance, it was the standard. This quote pretty much nails it. The furnace won our trusts because it was dead simple, it always worked, and for a long, long time, the fuel was dirt cheap. It was the heavyweight champion, no question. But, every champion's reign comes to an end.
So a new challenger has stepped into the ring. And look, if you think you already know what a heat pump is, I'm telling you, you don't know this one. The technology has been completely reinvented, and it's here to just shatter all those old myths.
Let's just tackle the biggest myth right off the bat, shall we? This is the number one thing everybody says, that heat pumps are just for places with mild winters. And, well, maybe that was true for the heat pump your parents had. But it is absolutely not true anymore. Just look at that number. Thanks to something called inverter technology, modern cold climate heat pumps can reliably heat your home when it's negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Yeah, you heard me right, negative 22. That's not a typo. The old Achilles heel is now a massive strength.
All right, on to myth number 2. We all know that blast of hot air you get from a gas furnace, right? By comparison, the old heat pumps, yeah, they could feel a little lukewarm, a little drafty. The air just wasn't as intense.
But once again, that inverter technology solved the problem. So what is it? Well, think of it like cruise control for your house instead of flooring it and then slamming on the brakes. Instead of blasting on and off, these new systems run almost all the time, just at a very low speed. And the result? A super steady, even temperature. No more drafts, it's just a more comfortable, gentle kind of warmth. And now for the main event. Because let's be real, the tech is cool, but for most of us, this fight comes down to dollars and cents. And we're not just talking about your monthly bill here. We're talking about the total cost to own this thing over its entire 15-year life. So at first glance, round one seems to go to the furnace. You see, a new furnace and AC combo is about 14 grand, while the heat pump system has that bigger sticker price of 18,000. But hold on, that's just the start of the story. And here's the first plot twist. The moment you factor in all the rebates and tax credits, which are massively skewed towards heat pumps, the whole thing flips on its head. All of a sudden, the heat pump system is actually more than $1,000 cheaper right from day one. Now let's look at the full 15-year scorecard. Okay, so it's cheaper up front, then you have way lower energy costs year in, year out. And hey, even the maintenance is a bit cheaper. So when that final bell rings after 15 years, the heat pump has saved you nearly $10,000. This is the knockout punch. The heat pump isn't just the green choice. It's the dominant financial choice, period. But how is that even possible? How can one machine be so much more efficient? Well, the answer isn't about better parts or anything like that. It all comes down to basic physics. It's about generating heat versus just moving it. See, a gas furnace literally makes heat by lighting a fire in a box. And because of the laws of thermodynamics, you can never get all of that heat. Some is always lost up the chimney. Even the best furnace isn't 100% efficient, but a heat pump, it doesn't make heat at all. It just moves it. It uses a little bit of electricity to grab heat that already exists in the outside air and pumps it into your house. And it turns out moving heat is way, way easier than making it from scratch. That's why a heat pump can be 300, even 400% efficient. And that crazy efficiency means a huge drop in emissions. What's so amazing here is that heat pumps cut emissions everywhere. Even if your electricity comes from a coal-heavy grid, you're still looking at a 35 to 50% drop in CO2. But if you live somewhere with a cleaner grid, oh man, the cuts are massive. We're talking 70 to 90% or more. And that number just gets better every year as the grid gets greener. So the tech is better, the comfort is better, and your wallet is happier. I mean, that's already a winning combo. But there's one last thing that makes this whole transition a dead certainty. The actual rules of the game are changing for good. A really big policy shift is coming. Starting January 1st, 2026, some of the big federal incentives for homeowners, like 25C and 25D, are set to expire. Now, that might sound like a bad thing, but really it's just changing who's giving out the incentives. The federal government is basically passing the torch to the states. And you have these really proactive states that are now leading the charge with their own huge, well-funded rebate programs. So the future of your heating system isn't really one single national story anymore. It's 50 different stories, and some states are pulling way, way ahead of the pack. So the fight's over. The verdict is in. After 100 years on top, the gas furnace has been beaten on every single front: technology, comfort, cost, and policy. We have a new champion. So, does this mean you need to rip out your furnace tomorrow? Well, not exactly. For the vast majority of people, yeah, an all-electric heat pump is the clear winner. But let's say you live in the absolute coldest parts of the country. A hybrid or dual-fuel system can be a great bridge. It uses the super efficient heat pump 95% of the year and just keeps your old furnace for backup on those few ridiculously cold days. You still cut your emissions and fuel costs by a ton. And this is maybe the most important takeaway. Buying a new gas furnace today, it isn't just buying an appliance. It's making a 15-year investment in a technology that is already obsolete. And in places like California, it will soon be a technology you literally can't legally buy a replacement for. It's a dead-end street. Look, every furnace dies eventually. It's just a matter of time. And when yours does, you're going to face a choice. And that choice won't just be about heating your house. It's going to be a choice between holding on to the past or stepping into a future that's cheaper, way more comfortable, and a whole lot cleaner. So what's it going to be?
Like and subscribe to my channel.